Well, what's the crack? Hello, do you remember me? I know. I haven't been here for ages. Keep your head up. I had a load of things going on, and I'll get to them at the end. Because the title of the video is The Dark Knight Rises review, so I suppose I should review it. So I'm not doing this with any notes or any stupid gimmicks, I think. I don't know. So before I start, spoilers all over the place. Don't watch this at all if you haven't seen the film yet. There's no way I can do it without ruining some things. People hadn't seen it. So, where to start? Before you say it, I haven't built this film up at all. I've gone on a complete media blockout. I haven't looked at any trailers. I was disappointed. Pretty much disappointed. When I was watching The Dark Knight, I was like, this is awesome. Everything was great. Very little wrong with it. When I was watching The Dark Knight Rises, I was sitting there getting annoyed at myself for not liking it. I was kind of forcing myself to like it. Which takes you away from the whole immersion in the whole film in the first place. But there were so many little tiny things that it's impossible to look over some of them. Just like off the top of my head, why did he ride Ra's al Ghul's fucking daughter? Why didn't Bane get bigger? If Joseph Gordon-Levitt knew that there had been a tunnel open thanks to Catwoman exploding the thing, why did he bring everybody to the bus? Batman gets his back broken after being crippled for 8 years, and then with a punch he does a few push-ups, climbs up a well, and then defeats this fucking Bane. And then Bane, after nearly 2 hours of a build-up, gets just killed with one. Bye, see ya. Oh, were you strong? Oh, you're obviously not strong enough to rock a propel grenade through your chest. There was also an overwhelming sense of people holding my hand. Like, this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. And they're talking about the autopilot thing, and they keep referencing the autopilot thing. And then the nice little ending tied up in a bow where they all meet each other in the restaurant. And then Robin walks into the Batcave. Like, the whole Robin thing should have just been done. Never mind the bridge thing where he loses his faith in the police force. He just at the very end, maybe even after the credits, Bruce leaves him a note somewhere and he just walks into the Batcave and that's it. They didn't have to show everything, and it just, like, at the end of Inception I could make up my own mind and everybody else would make up their own mind, and that was brilliant, and I'm really talking to Christopher Nolan would do that again. Same with Memento. But this, I got the sense that he was just being told, now make sure you market this to as many people as possible. This is the biggest movie of the year. It could be the highest grossing movie of the year, and I just had the sense he got somebody in his ear a lot. And there was also a lot of characters that didn't make sense. Police Commissioner Gordon, his little sidekick that answers the door and says, no, I don't want to fight, and then when he fights he dies, and he doesn't even get a proper death scene. He just gets he's there and he's shooting, and then something gets in the way and he's dead. There's no blood. It's like what they used to do in old films when they didn't have the money for the actual effects or the blood. They just go, whatever, big dramatic shit. Catwoman's sidekick, the blonde girl, why? You didn't really have anything to do with the film either. And all Michael Caine did throughout the whole film was cry and get like teary-eyed and see, think about what you felt like when you left The Dark Knight. You were probably thinking, my god, Heath Ledger was brilliant, that Batman, all the gadgets, the Tumblr was cool. It was really refreshing. It set the bar almost for new films, and that was a brilliant sequel. It was a very close contender for Aliens 2 and Terminator 2 in terms of sequels. And I will grant The Dark Knight Rises the best third film out of a trilogy that I've ever seen. I mean, it looks great, cinematography is a real Christopher Nolan thing, nice pans of the city, shot in IMAX, all that stuff, great, cool. But it doesn't matter what it looks like. If I don't feel it, then it's not gonna matter what I'm looking at. I'm sure there's a sex metaphor there somehow. Now obviously the film wasn't all bad. It looked great, and there was certain things that I really liked, like Catwoman turned out to be very good. Everyone thought she was going to be shit, Anne Hathaway. I liked how they left the Robin thing till the end, even though I kind of knew that he was being a sidekick. And the Batwing was done pretty well though. And Bane, I really like fucking Mr. Hardy, and you know, in Bronson he's huge, and in Warrior he's even bigger, and in this he's actually, I think he was a little bit bigger in Warrior. What do you think? Because they used CGI on him for Batman, and they didn't use any CGI for him for Warrior. Now, I did get the sense that his dialogue was pre-recorded. It definitely sounded like it was from a booth, and he was just watching the footage and talking over it. So that kind of got in the way. But the fight scenes were very good, except for the bit where the whole of Gotham's police force charge in a little kind of 300 style hot gate scene where everybody's channeled into a narrow tunnel, and on the one side you have all the bad guys with automatic machine guns, and on the other half you have the little 9mm pistols for the police, and like only a handful of people got killed. I know, I'm going a bit too nerdy, and a lot of people are saying that they enjoyed the film for what it was, which was, entertaining, and that's fine. It was entertaining, but I'm trying to think of the way I felt after I watched The Dark Knight and then the way I felt after leaving The Dark Knight Rises, and there definitely is a big gap, and a 3-hour runtime. You kidding me? There's a lot of things I cannot do for 3 hours, and sit in a roasting cinema is one of them. So overall I'd give it 8.5 because it was, it was great, but it didn't do anything new, and it didn't live up to the expectations that I had, even though they were quite low because I didn't build it up. But I mean, that's just my opinion. What did you think of it? Have you seen it yet? Have I just ruined it for you? If so, I'm very sorry. But yeah, so let me know in the comments below. So you want to know maybe where I was? I did get a nice gig on this white label television network thing. It's only available online. It's called Kildare TV, even though it's not on the telly, where I do movie reviews and game reviews and interviews and things. So I've kind of started presenting, which was the whole goal, which is, you know, why I started doing this thing, kind of. So if you want to have a look at that, I'll give you, you know, the link is probably hovering somewhere in your face. So I apologise for leaving you so long, but I have 2 surprises for you. One, I keep shaking. One, Electric Picnic, a music festival, is on very soon, next month, as if I recall. So that, I'm sure we'll get some great footage of that. It's just like the Oxford video that everyone keeps asking me to go back to. And then directly after that, me and the lads are going to Mallorca on a lads' holiday to a big festival, hotel, concert gig thing. So I'm sure something will be recorded that you might find entertaining. Those are coming up, and I will try and do these more. I'm sorry, I apologise. That's all from me. Just a quick little update on the Batman thing. So let me know what you thought. I'm sorry for the shakiness of this video and stuff. So I'll see you next time, and good luck.